Live. Okay, and we are live. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Slightly earlier start time today at 5:15. But thank you very much for joining in with us for all of your latest Manchester United news, transfer news, and the very latest on the Manchester United takeover. So let's get starting on the big one, and that is Andre Onana, the next potential incoming to Manchester United. We have been asking you guys all week your thoughts on the goalkeeping situation, and it does look like David De Gea has left the club on a free agent transfer, so he is out of contract. He might not re-sign with United. It might be over between United and De Gea after 12 long years. One thing is for certain, United are moving for Andre Onana, and we can see this from Gazetta. They're saying United are in a hurry to sign Onana, and a bid is expected within the next few hours. So that might come in today, it might come in tomorrow. Let's see what happens in regards to that. Erik ten Hag has decided that Onana will be the goalkeeper to replace David De Gea for Manchester United. But I'm asking you guys as well down in the poll in the comments. We are asking, were United right to let De Gea go? It's a simple yes or no. Let me know down below on that poll. Obviously, it is very divisive because David De Gea, whether you like him or not, the guy is a Manchester United legend through and through. I will not debate that with anybody. But we can see a comment in there from Anthony. Anthony is saying absolutely right to let him go. £400,000 per week. And he's the worst goalkeeper in the league. Thank you for the comment, man. I think there's better goalkeepers in the league than De Gea, but I don't think he's the worst. I think you're maybe being a little bit harsh on him there, but I do think that United, we will go up a level with a new goalkeeper. That's my personal thoughts. But guys, any more thoughts, make sure to get them down below and keep voting on the poll. We will run this throughout the entire stream, so I want to know what you guys think on the De Gea situation. Were we right to let him go? Let me know down below. So in terms of Andre Onana, so we have another report from Gazetta saying Andre Onana cannot wait to reunite with Erik ten Hag in Manchester and compete in the Premier League. Cody is down there as well. Good to see you, Cody, man. Thank you very much for joining in with us. And Cody is saying, should have saved the money and kept De Gea with lower wages for one last season. We don't have the money for a complete roster rebuild until the new owners come in. Thank you very much for that comment. I do have to disagree with some of that. I think a goalkeeper is pretty essential for us, but I completely understand what you're saying. I think, yes, we do need other areas strengthened as well. It isn't just the goalkeeping situation, it's the striking situation. The defence needs strengthened as well. Midfield as well. We need another CDM, in my opinion. So let me see. Bowie is down there as well. I feel like De Gea is good, but if we get Onana, it is an upgrade. Yes, honestly, I think that sums up my thoughts very much on it. I think Onana is an upgrade, whether or not you think De Gea maybe should have been kept on, or whether De Gea should have been let go. I think Onana is an upgrade, but we do have other places to strengthen. I think goalkeeping and the striking position are probably the biggest two upgrades that we need. I think Mount is a nice signing to have on the side, but I think we need a goalkeeper and a striker more than we need Mason Mount in our team. Lucky is down there as well, saying, good to see you, Lucky man, saying they want to leave. Thank you very much. Honestly, guys, you guys' support is incredible across this entire channel. We were live last night very late. We are much earlier today, so great to have you guys with us. Cody is saying, have you heard the rumour with Romer and Fred? I have seen that as well, man. That is something we want to talk about. So Fred, he has interest from Roma and he has interest from Fulham. Both clubs are seemingly wanting to buy Fred. And according to Samuel Luckhurst, Manchester United are prepared to sell Fred amid interest from Fulham, and there is uncertainty over the future of Donny van de Beek as well. I think Van de Beek is one player we will be selling regardless. I think he is one player who will be gone. I think Fred, I think you can make big arguments for. I think Fred, definitely, I would potentially keep him in the squad. I think he can offer us something that maybe not other players can, and I think he's a very professional guy. He would probably be accepting of being a bench player for United, but it all depends on what he wants as well. If Fred can go for £20 million and we can all of a sudden spend an extra 20 million to go from a good striker to a really good striker, I think that's a big upgrade in my opinion. Irfan is down there as well. Victor Osimhen, Kudus, and Lautaro Martina and Ramos as well. Thank you very much. I think we will be bringing in one of those players you have listed down there, Irfan. I definitely do. I think maybe we'll see Hojlund, maybe we'll see Ramos. I think we will bring some of those players in. Manu as well is saying if we get Onana, then I think De Gea is good to leave. Thank you very much for that one. I think I'm going to agree with what I think it was what Bowie said. De Gea, he's good, but Onana is an upgrade. That's what I think. And I think United, if we do bring in Onana, I think we will notice the big update. Lucky Singh is down there with the Qatari flags. Not too much in relation to the overall takeover so far today, man. In terms of what we have for the new stuff coming out regarding the takeover, we're looking at Sheikh Jassim getting the transactional documents ready. He's getting ready to buy Manchester United. He feels like he has won, according to Bloomberg as well. So hopefully we have resolution on that. I think the Qataris are in pole position. I think their confidence is here for a reason, and I think they will probably look to be taking over within the next month, 2 months. I think that could be a realistic game. Let me see as well. Bodie is down there saying Fred is a super sub to have. Yes, I think Fred is. I think when you bring Fred on, you have a guy there who will run and run and run and do a lot of the good pressing work. He's very good in and around the opposition penalty box. He causes absolute havoc in there, and I think he could be a very good option for us to keep. I think I would keep Fred over Scott McTominay. Now, I think McTominay is the more sellable player. I think Fred is older, of course, at 30, but he is definitely a super sub, and I think he could be a very good option to have on the bench next season. Can see more comments as well. Cody saying, drop the dough for Victor. Levy will never sell Kane. It sounds like he's considering Bayern for some easy silverware in the Bundesliga. Thank you very much for that. I think what Levy will do is keep hold of Harry Kane. I don't really understand it. Like, I really do not understand the actual plan that Levy is going for. He's talking about his best player. He's going to leave for free next season. That is going to be really, really silly, because what he could do is he has a new manager coming in. He could sell Harry Kane for 100 million. He could turn around to Ange Popescu and say, here's an extra 100 million for your transfer budget. That's what Spurs could and should do, but they're being prideful. They're being stupid, in my opinion. Let me see. Lucky is down there as well. The fifth bid went in today. Innocent as well is down in the comments saying Onana is good for United. I wish he will come as soon as possible. Thank you for that. And Ashid is down there as well with a good evening. Good evening to you, Ashid. Thank you very much. I hope all you guys are having a really good Saturday. I'm going out for a family meal later on tonight, so I will. That's why we're live at 5:15 instead of 7:45. As usual. I hope you guys are having a great day. We have everything Carpy is saying as well. Reports say that Jim's bid is dead in the water. Thank you very much for that one. That is a report coming from Bloomberg. They have thought that Radcliffe's bid is dead in the water because of potential court cases with Manchester United minority shareholders. And as well as that, it looks like he's going to have to buy out the entire Glazer family, which he has never really wanted to do. So definitely a big advantage for Sheikh Jassim and that Qatari bid. Everything Carpy says, we need a CDM so bad for cover to Casemiro. It is vital. Absolutely, man. I do agree with that. And Cody says as well, do you think Onana will sign in time for pre-season? I think that's an interesting one. I think Erik ten Hag, he would love to have his goalkeeper in for pre-season. It will be a big adjustment for the backline, for our defence, to have Onana, who will sweep up in behind them, so they will be playing higher up the pitch. So I think Erik ten Hag would certainly want that player brought in earlier doors. That's what he would want for sure. Ideally, you want all the business done by pre-season. Now, we know Manchester United. We know that we take so long to do everything. I mean, this Mount deal has went on for weeks. Let's hope that we can go on and get Onana done by pre-season. I think the players are back this week. So if we can bring Onana in by the end of the week for going on tour in the middle of July, I think that would be ideal. Everything Carpy as well says Spurs cannot afford to lose 80 to 100 million. Absolutely not. And I think they would be crazy to let Harry Kane go for free. I seriously do. And if Harry Kane wants to stay at Spurs, if he wants to sign that contract, I would seriously question his ambition and whether he would be suitable for Manchester United in the first place, because we want to win trophies. What Harry Kane could do at Spurs is break the all-time Premier League goal-scoring record. Yep, he could do that, no problem. I think he will do that. But he could come to United and he could try to win trophies and still break that record. So I think Harry Kane, it's an important time in his career. So let's get talking, guys, because there are some striking reports coming out. So we're going to be talking about a report coming from Italy. And this is United having a bid rejected, 35 million euros for Rasmus Hojlund, a striker, a player we really need. What do we think about this? I think Hojlund is a very good player. I think it's good to see we are bidding for in and around his value. Now, Atalanta they have come down. Initially, they put out into the press they wanted 100 million euros. Now, different things have happened that have changed the nature of this potential deal. What has happened is Rasmus Hojlund has said that he would love to join Man United. He is pushing for that move on his side. United, of course, we have also opened up the option for Atalanta to take Amad Diallo on loan for a season. So maybe that has brought down that overall transfer fee. Let me see, Manu is well down there. Martial, Rashford, Fernandes, Anthony, Mount, Casemiro, Bissaka, Martinez, Varane, Shaw, Onana. How do you rate this possible lineup? Thank you very much for that one, man. I like that lineup a lot. I would like to see somebody else brought in instead of Anthony Martial, but I think if we bring in a Hojlund or a Ramos instead of Martial, that's probably as good a lineup as what we will have next season. Now, we do want to talk other strikers coming in as well, but just before we do, there are comments to get through. Bodie is saying as well, Andre Onana is good out of his box and can probably help our attacks. Absolutely. Nelbus is saying, have we bought Onana or not? We haven't bought Onana yet. Now, Fabrizio Romano came out last night with a big report saying Onana has given the green light to go to United. So Onana is happy to come. Therefore, it's just going to take agreeing a fee with Inter Milan before the player comes to Manchester United. Stephanie is down there as well. Good to see you, Stephanie. And Cody is saying, question, if Kane stays to finish his last year with Spurs, do you think he will re-sign to a different Premier League club or leaves to Spain, Madrid or Barca? Look, Harry Kane is a brilliant striker and he would come and play for any team in world football, without a doubt. He is genuinely one of the best strikers in the world. I'm not going to take that away from him. I think Harry Kane should be leaving Spurs. I think what he wants to do, obviously, is be the all-time Premier League top goal scorer. That's his big ambition. What he can do is, he can do that at Manchester United and challenge for trophies. He can do that at Man City and win trophies. He could do that for Arsenal, or he could do it for Chelsea or Liverpool and challenge for trophies. He can do that at any club. Harry Kane could go to Nottingham Forest and break the all-time scoring record. What he has to do is go and be ambitious, try to win some trophies. That's what I think he needs to do. Everything Carpi says, if United do not get Caicedo, they need to go to João Neves as a CDM. Thank you very much for that one, man. I actually was going to talk about that because reports came in last night from DiMarzio saying United would like 18-year-old centre defensive midfielder João Neves from Benfica, and they could open up negotiations with Benfica for a deal. I think that's a smart signing. This is a guy who looks promising. He could come in. United, we do not really have that sort of CDM in the academy coming through. So an 18, 19-year-old guy who has first-team experience, that's what we call a perfect understudy to Casemiro. I think the ideal one would be Lavia, but I don't think we're going to spend that caliber of money on a backup. So I think Neves is a very realistic proposition. But also, speaking about realistic propositions, let's get talking about another striker, because United, as we know, we need strikers. Erik ten Hag potentially wants two strikers. He maybe wants to bring in a young striker and an experienced striker, and the experienced striker could be Mehdi Teremi from Porto. I think that's a very good deal, because this is a guy who has scored a lot of goals for Porto. He will be available for around about £15 million. He would come in if we brought in Ramos or if we brought in Hojlund as an experienced striker, someone to take the weight off their shoulders, and it could really help their overall development. And it means not too much pressure put on the shoulders of a young man to score all the goals for Manchester United. I think that's a very shrewd signing, a very smart signing. The guy is 30 years old, would be a short-term deal, but he would come in and he would add valuable backup, he would add valuable experience, and he could score some more goals for Manchester United. The comments are flying in as well. You guys are absolutely incredible as always. We have Anthony saying, what's up with the links to De Jong to solidify our midfield, or Lavia to understudy Casemiro? I think Lavia is the perfect understudy for Casemiro. Whether we spend the 40 to 50 million pounds that Southampton want, that's going to be a big question. I would like us to. An ambitious club would do that. Whether United have the budget to do that, that all matters. Jabu is saying as well, we are going to regret letting David De Gea leave so quick. You do not realise what you have until it's gone. Thank you for that. And Bodhi is saying, I'm Danish and Hojlund is good with tight spaces and in the box. Thank you for that one, man. I like what I've seen from Rasmus Hojlund. I really do like what I've seen. I think he definitely looks a very promising young player, and I think he could add a lot to this team. Could be the long-term striking option we need. Dennis says as well, Ten Hag needs to make changes to suit his philosophy of play. David De Gea had a whole season to change his game and couldn't. We need a new goalkeeper to fit in to Ten Hag's idea. Thank you very much for that. I do agree with you, man. I do think that is probably the best sort of analogy I can think of. We need that to play in the system that we want to do. Anthony is saying United preparing a 35 million bid for Onana, and Inter say the lowest they will go is 50. Truth to clarify on this, in terms of what I can clarify, it's just coming reports. United are happy to offer 35 to 40. Inter want 50. We know what will probably happen is we'll meet halfway around 45 million with some add-ons, and that hopefully will be deal done. I can see more guys hopping in. Gypsy Terrace is saying, what forward would you like or think we can get? I think I would love to bring in Ramos. He would be my ideal centre forward option. Now, whether we get him or not, I think probably depends on budget. I think most realistic, it's going to be Hojlund. We apparently, according to Italian sources, have had a bid rejected today. Now, whether or not that is true or not, we haven't heard from more reliable sources, but that's what we have coming in at the moment on strikers. I would like to see us bring somebody in. Hojlund, yes, that could be a very good signing. I think Ramos would probably be my number one. Let's see, Lucky is saying as well, let's sell Fred for £15 million. I think we could sell Fred for around that. I think that's a fair value. And Mark is saying it's not about De Gea leaving, it's the way the Glazers went about it. Even now, Joel and Avram are trying to dirty business to keep United. Glazers out, keep the rat out as well. Qatar all the way. Dublin, thank you very much for that there one, Mark. I do appreciate it, man. And yeah, absolutely coming from the heart here. Glazers out, absolutely. We need those guys out. And hopefully when we do get that, United can move on. And I think the biggest disappointment for me is how we treated David De Gea. I think De Gea, yes, definite Man United legend. I'm not even gonna have a debate on that one. I think he is a United legend for sure. But I do think that David De Gea has been mistreated by this club, unfortunately, and I completely agree with that. Let's see, Anthony, apart from Onana, we still need another goalie as a second choice, and United Till I Die says, what if Hojlund flops? Then we're back to square one. I think that's everything is potential. You're talking a young player here, 21, 22. That's why I think signing Teremi on top of Hojlund is a very smart move, because that's an experienced striker who comes in, and at age 29, age 30, he will add goals to this team. We can get him for a relatively small fee of around 15 million. And that would mean that we can go out and invest into Hojlund as our long-term option. And we take a lot of the pressure off his shoulders early doors. United Till I Die says we should have gone all in for Kane. Absolutely, man. I completely agree with that. I think Harry Kane would have been the ideal signing. I think someone had asked me about a second goalkeeper, so let's get talking about one, because we have a link to another goalkeeper. So this is coming in from Dutch sources, and this is, let me try to pronounce this name, because this here is not going to be an easy one to, and it's not going to be an easy one for me to say. We got Justin Bilo, I think it is. So he is a Dutch goalkeeper currently playing for, I believe it's Feyenoord, and that could be the backup goalkeeper. We have stopped Everton and we have stopped Luton Town signing Tom Heaton. Now, whether or not that means that we're going to be bringing in another goalkeeper on top of that, or Heaton is going to be number two, let's find out. It will be an interesting time for sure. Cody says we do have a manager who likes to train youngsters, though. I'm excited to see Garnacho. Absolutely, I'm looking forward to seeing Garnacho. I think next season it's going to be a big one. It is his birthday today as well, only 19. The guy has massive potential. I'm excited to see what he can do for United. Let me see as well, Stephanie, we need to start removing unwanted players, generating some funds. Strengthening midfield and striker is a must. Thank you very much for that one, Stephanie, and I do agree. Players going out will be crucial. Now, we have completed one sale today, and that is Ethan Laird going to Birmingham City. Not a big deal, £750,000 plus a quote-unquote good sell-on clause. This is coming from The Athletic and Laurie Whitwell. So that's another young player gone. So our big summer selling, all the money we're going to bring in from selling, we have managed to raise around about 1.5 million. It's not going great. It is not going great. Let's see what happens here. Bodhi is down there saying happy birthday to Garnacho. Yeah, absolutely, man. It is his 19th birthday. Very excited to see him next season. Think he's really going to improve. Any more thoughts, guys? Make sure to get them down into the comments. We do as well have a poll running. 100 of you guys have voted on it already. And we were asking, were United right to let David De Gea leave? At the moment, 68% of you guys, over 2/3, are saying yes, and only 1/3 are saying no. John is down there. Good to see you, John. Thank you for joining in with us. I'm not United till I die says I'm not buying any shirts until the club is sold. Absolutely not, man. I don't really buy shirts either. Any shirts I do have are fake replicas, or they have been bought for me by other family members or friends or whatever. So I don't really like spending my money on club stuff either. Anthony is saying we do not have the resources to sign Caicedo after Mount, but I will go for De Jong instead. Gonzalo Ramos or Hojlund, I want to buy Kim as well. Unfortunately, we cannot get Kim. He has gone to Bayern, but I completely agree. Would have been a brilliant player to bring up. Let me see. Got a comment in there as well from Marin Jemima has said, good work on content. Big up. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate all the support from you guys. You guys are genuinely incredible. I mean, we always go live at 4:45. We are sitting here at 5:30, and there's like 200 of you guys on the stream. So thank you very much for all that there, everyone, guys. I really appreciate it. Lucky says, I watch games at the pub and at home. And Simon is asking, are we going to sign Onana? I think we will. Personally, that is my thought. I think we will be bringing in Andre Onana. I think all the signs are pointing towards it. We're seeing Romano saying we're going to be bringing in... He's given green lights to come to United. We've seen DiMarzio saying we're expected to bid very soon. Italian sources have listed a price. United have also added their price. I think we're getting closer. I think this is a deal that can happen, and it's a deal that will happen. So that's my personal thoughts. And I can see as well, United till I die, 1.5 million. We are cracked. Absolutely, man. This is Manchester United. Look, I mean, we have managed to raise, I believe, £60 million in sealed in around about the last, like 5 years, 6 years. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. John says, players going out, you must be joking. Yeah, absolutely, man. It is, it is embarrassing. It is very embarrassing how many players we need to bring in and how many players we have to sell. It's so frustrating. Chase is saying, why do we find it so difficult to sell players? It is annoying. I'll tell you guys the big reason. The big reason we struggle to sell players is because we pay ridiculous wages. And when we pay ridiculous wages, those guys don't have to take a pay cut. I mean, we're paying Jadon Sancho £350,000 per week. We are paying David De Gea £375,000. Rashford is getting over £300,000 a week. Anthony Martial £250,000 a week. Casemiro like £250,000 a week. So we pay crazy wages, and basically what happens is, because a lot of these guys who we want to sell are not good enough, it's going to be smaller teams buying them. So when Everton go to Manchester United and saying, oh, can we sign Harry Maguire, for instance, United might say, yes, okay, here's the fee. And then they would say, right, well, that's the fee, we'll pay that. Let's go to Maguire. And then Maguire says, I'm not going to take a pay cut, so you either pay me 250,000 a week or I'm going to stay at United. And we've had far too many players just sit on the bench, not really move on. Phil Jones, of course, is the obvious example of that. And V33 says we have monkeys doing the accounts. That's why. Unfortunately, you're right, man, as well. That's the worst thing about it. I honestly wish that it wasn't the case, but I mean, it absolutely is. We have monkeys doing the accounts. Accountants are absolutely awful. Augustine is down there saying we need a good attack for the new season. Yes, we do. We definitely need that. I mean, we managed to get, 58 goals in the league last season. That's not really too much, all things considered. I mean, it's very disappointing. And if it wasn't for the clean sheet record, we probably wouldn't have finished top 4. So let's hope we can go out, have a better season next season, score some more goals. I think signing a goalkeeper, whilst it will not add to the actual goals overall, it's going to help us play higher up the pitch. And if we're playing higher up the pitch, we'll make more chances, hopefully score some more goals. Let me see. Everything Carpa United board would struggle to negotiate a free sandwich to the homeless. Honestly, man, I actually don't think you're too far wrong there. I mean, Look, I went through this last night, and like this was incredible. So John Murtough, as we know, director of football at Manchester United. Let me just see if I can get the story up, because honestly, we were laughing at it last night. Everyone in the chat was laughing at it. So basically, a source that went out to Manchester Evening News had said that John Murtough had done very well to not overpay for Mason Mount. John Murtough has paid £55 million plus £5 million in add-ons for a guy who has 1 year left on his contract. I mean, that's not good negotiation. I mean, it's John Murtough saying it as well. It's like John Murtough is going out to Samuel Luckhurst, of all people, of Manchester Evening News, giving himself a little pat on the back, saying, "Oh, haven't I done well? Yeah, I've done so well." It's crap. It's crap. It is genuinely crap. And then you see Sheikh Jassim saying he's going to get rid of the board. He's going to bring in new directors of football. I'm like, somebody just bring somebody who knows what they're doing. I mean, John Murtough is sitting, we pat on the back, well done to me. Yeah, I bought Mason Mount for £55 million. I mean, yeah. And United till I die, absolutely right. Uzar Moses saying De Gea to leave United. Yes, his contract has expired, so it looks like he has moved on from Manchester United. With the links to Onana, it looks very likely that De Gea is gone. Contract expired. He probably he has offers from different places. Hot Fuzz is down there. It's Murtough madness. Honestly, man, I remember the Murtough madness, the Murtough sadness eras as well. John Murtough. I mean, the guy was like, he wasn't even in charge of Everton's overall strategy, and he was doing that. So, and at Everton, I mean, and Everton have some of the worst transfers I've seen for a very long time as well. Let me just check here as well, guys, because there is reports coming in on David De Gea, so we will be talking about this. So this is coming in from Dean Jones, who says De Gea has the chance to move to Saudi Arabia, and that's what he can do. United till I die saved a couple million, sold Iqbal for 850k. Yep, Iqbal Laird, literally 1.5 million between them. We're expecting to get £40 million for Harry Maguire, £40 million for Scott McTominay. We're looking 25 million for Martial. Anthony Martial will not play 25 games next season for whoever he goes to. And it's the same with Van de Beek. We're looking 20 million for Donny Van de Beek. I mean, it is a mess. And these guys, I don't know where they're making it up from. United till guy's got a real good point. Villa have got Monchi. We suck at getting in good staff. Absolutely. And Anthony is saying, I will take Gonzalo Ramos over Rasmus Hojlund. Yeah, I would do as well. I think Ramos is the better player at the moment. Mark is down there. United can sell the Deadwood because they're great assets against the club. Maguire, McTominay, even Martial going nowhere unless we're basically bankrupt. Great show. Thank you very much for the compliment. And yeah, I mean, that's one of the big things. The Glazer family, this was a Woodward thing. They've done this for years upon years. United, what we do is we take the player's contract. So, for instance, if Harry Maguire is getting paid £20 million a year, for instance, on a 6-year deal, then we can add 120 million onto the total assets of the club. So it is ridiculous. It is very disappointing. But yes, guys, there are actually so many people in here as well. So I actually might start doing these lives a little bit earlier if you guys are up for that. So we were running a poll in the comments, guys. So I'm asking you, were United right to let De Gea go? It's a simple yes or no at the moment. Over 2/3 of you guys are saying yes to it as well. As well as that, if anybody is new, please consider hitting the sub button, joining in with the community. It is genuinely incredible on here. The community, the chats are fantastic every single stream, and plenty more coming up. So if you do want to join in, make sure to hit that sub button as well. And I can see Big T is down there. Big T is an absolute legend because Big T is the only member on the channel. The membership link is in there as well if anyone is interested in that. Obviously, I'm not going to sit and beg you guys for it, but it's there if you guys want it. And let me see as well. Hot Fuzz is saying charging 25 million for a hospital bed. Yes, we are. I mean, whoever Anthony Martial goes to next season, their club doctor is going to get very, very friendly with Martial very quickly because they will be spending a lot of time together. He will be on their Christmas card list for sure. Make no mistake about it. Ken Roy is down there. If you guys can't give us an update and no signing, only talk. Only depends on here we go. The only site we get updates on. Look, man, honestly, it's just one of these things. I do these shows pretty much daily. We go through the news. We separate what's crap from what might be true, and we look at what United might be doing and we give our own thoughts on them. That's basically the point of a news show. We are reporting on the news. It isn't actually my own information. Otherwise, I would be claiming to be an ITK, and I'm not that guy. Let me see. Tom is down there as well. We need to get him because Juventus are looking at him. Yeah, we look. We need to bring in somebody, absolutely. And Alma says yes, he has paid his dues. And Mount was a good catch, I will say, but the spike in his salary, 80,000 to 250k. What were those fools thinking? Absolutely. I mean, definitely fools in this club running the place. I think somebody said our accountants are a bunch of monkeys. It might be true after all. And Big T says, I'm enjoying the VIP exclusivity. Honestly, man, really appreciate you dropping on the membership there. And yeah, I mean, we will be bringing out members only stuff as well. Don't worry. So if anybody does want to join, it's a pinned link in the comments, and it's completely optional. Finley is down there. When is Onana bid expected? It looks like this will be coming in very soon. It seems to be a bid that United have been working on. We have the green light from Fabrizio Romano saying Onana wants to join United. Inter need to sell. United need a goalkeeper. This deal will happen. And according to DiMarzio, they expect it within the next couple of hours. So whether that's going to be 24 hours, maybe that's going to be 48, I would expect it to be in by the start of the week. I think Monday, probably will be the most realistic wait. Let me see as well who we got. Big T, here's a place for our community to discuss our club. We can fill a show without news. Absolutely, like it isn't all just news. I do like to point out the news when it comes in, but it's always community based as well. Uzar is saying Onana in, De Gea out. That's what I think's gonna happen. Hot Fuzz says I just got done doing a stream myself. Honestly, man, I didn't actually know. Do you have a channel as well, man? I will check it out. I'll drop you a sub after as well. Just when I get off here. Anthony is saying Kim isn't gone to Bayern yet because they haven't activated his buyout clause. We could activate it today and it's game on. We could do, but we are Manchester United. We probably will take 5 weeks before we realize there is a buyout clause. I mean, we've done this time and time again. The obvious example is going to be Fellaini. I mean, we could have had him for 25 million. We let the buyout clause expire and we bought him for like 35. Augustine says United need to renew De Gea for 1 more year. Chris is saying Chelsea offered him over 200,000 a week and he refused that. United were always going to be paying more. Yes, I do agree on that one. And Finley says, are we bidding 50 million or 45? So I believe it comes down to exchange rates. Inter Milan want 50 million euros. That's probably around 45 million pounds. That's probably about 45. So all things considered, we might do a 40 million plus 5 million add-ons. I don't know. Manchester United, we like our add-ons. We like a little Ballon d'Or clause. We will be thinking about that for sure. Emperor as well. Should have kept De Gea. Got Onana in. As a trial run, I'm focused on getting 2 strikers, not enough. Yep, we do need 2 strikers. She says we are Manchester United. Yeah, honestly, man, as Gary Neville very famously nearly cried on Sky Sports, we're Manchester United. We are a mess, absolutely, man. And Hotfuzz says it's a small channel, ATM. Don't worry, man. Like, honestly, I've been there myself. I'm a very small channel myself compared to some of the big guys out there. So I'm enjoying doing these shows. I will drop you a quick sub as well after that, man. And yeah, honestly, thanks for joining in with us. Bodhi is saying I would be so surprised if De Gea ends up staying. And Serenity is saying I would take De Gea as a second choice goalkeeper for 100,000, no problem. I think that might be what United look to do. I mean, De Gea is out of contract. We can figuratively just offer him any sort of a contract we want. And if he wants to stay, he has to accept it. So we could say to De Gea, we'll pay you 50p a week plus a packet of crisps. And he might have to sign that if that's what he wants. Hopefully not. I mean, hopefully we give him a decent one. Cody is saying shot stopping beast. Shannon the Cannon as well. Let's go champs. Thank you very much for joining in with us, Shannon. And United till I die. How have we gotten from 4 rotational strikers under Sir Alex to basically no striker for large parts of the season? Yeah, I mean, we had that under Ferguson. We always had like 4 strikers. Obviously, the main example would be the treble winning team: Sheringham, Cole, York, Solskjaer. But even the latter Fergie teams, we had Rooney, Danny Welbeck, we had Berbatov, Hernandez, Van Persie, all in the one team. So I would like to see some depth brought in for sure, man. Absolutely. Chris is saying as well, De Gea not needed as number 2. Kovar and Heaton can cover that. I think so as well. And Big T says Mount is having his medical on Monday. I read, yeah, that seems to be the case. Actually, so many guys hopping in here, so many new faces. It's great to see everybody. Hot Fuzz says, really appreciate the support, lad. Got a nice show set up. Big ups. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I started off on a webcam with a 20 quid mic, so we have upgraded a little bit as well. Alex is down there saying, yo, good to see you, Alex. Thank you. And Emperor says, if we can only get one striker and they end up injured from fatigue, we're back to where we started. Absolutely. That's why I think we should buy in two players. That's why I think Hojlund or Ramos and Mehdi Teremi makes a lot of sense, because then you have an experienced striker who comes in. He will take a lot of the weight off the shoulders of some younger players. He will still score goals. He's 30 years old. So he isn't like he is Zlatan or Cavani coming in at like 35, 36. This is a younger guy who might be good for a couple of seasons. Then we bring in a younger striker like a Hojlund or a Ramos, and they will keep on improving. And I think that will really help us, all things considered. Alex is saying, are we getting Arda Güler? I don't think so. Looks like Barcelona are in for Arda, but honestly, man, I've seen him play. I've watched ever since he's really burst onto the scene in the last couple of months. I've really enjoyed watching him play. Scored an incredible goal for Turkey in the last international matches. Absolutely fantastic. So I hope for his career he makes the right move, that he goes to a team where he'll get that match time and develop. I'll be looking forward to seeing what he does in future for sure. Let me see as well. Surindi is saying, even for De Gea, it's better if he signs as a second goalkeeper around 100,000. Yeah, I would agree with that. Aleme says, De Gea should just leave United. We need a modern goalie. That's why I think we're going for Onana. That's why I think we were in for Costa as well. I think Onana will really take this team up to a different level altogether. Let's see. Stephanie says, we need more control in midfield and firepower up front. Absolutely, we do. Really need to do it. We need more midfield control. I think Mount will help bring that. I think ideally, if we're playing a higher line, we're going to control matches better. If we have Onana in goals, we can hold a lot of the possession amongst the back line. I mean, look, not every team holds all the possession in the midfield. I think Liverpool are a very good example of what I would call a defensive possession team, because they hold the ball in the halfway line, but quite often it's Alisson, it's Van Dijk, it's Trent, it's guys like that in and around the halfway line. United might look for a similar type of setup. We might not necessarily hold all the ball in midfield, but midfield control, absolutely. Far too many times last season, the ball just went through the midfield. Far too easy to pass through us. So I do agree with that. Big T is down there saying, welcome to Terry, and I can see Terry's comment as well. New to channel, looks good, and banter. Yeah, absolutely, man. We're here for news, we're here for tactics, we're here for player stuff, and we're also here for banter as always. It's a good bit of fun for you guys. Vera is saying, we're really slow with the Onana deal. I'm not hopeful, but Ten Hag wants him and we'll get him. Yeah, I do agree with that. Nelbus is saying, what do you think? To sign Ramos for 45 million, or Hojlund, Rasmus for 45 or Ramos for 80? That's a good question. I think I would rather buy Gonzalo Ramos. I think it will come down to price tags and stuff, so I would expect Hojlund to be the cheaper, more affordable option. Look, if we bring in Hojlund and bring in Teremi for the same price we could have got Gonzalo Ramos, I think maybe that's a better deal. We've got short-term cover, we have long-term prospect there, and I think Hojlund will be a very good player. Let me see, Michael O'Brien's down there. United need a good scouting system like Brighton. Absolutely. If I'm Sheikh Jassim, if I'm Jim Radcliffe, I'm going to go and I'm going to try buy the Brighton scouting system, because those guys are pulling people out of South America and bringing them to the Premier League, and they're genuinely incredible. So I absolutely agree with that. Vera as well, do you see Atalanta rejected 35 million, but it's good we have started low. Think we get him for 60. Yeah, I did see the report. It also said that they might have wanted around 60, 45 to 50 as well. They might take that much. So whether that's what we get him for, I hope so, because that meant we can go and bring somebody else in. I think the more bodies, the better. I think 3 players are certain. I think, yes, Onana will be next. Mount is basically signed. I think Hojlund will come after that. Then we want to try strengthen. I think the next 2 positions, a second striker and a backup CDM. I think 5 players will be a very good transfer window. And hopefully then, if Qataris take over in September, they might want to invest in January. Maybe in January we bring in another centre back or a new right back. Something like that, I think, is a real possibility. Chris is saying, reports in Italy we've bid 35 million euros for Hojlund. Yep, just covered that. United till I die. Couple of beers and United convos can't go wrong. Cheers, everyone. Yep, that sounds like a good day, man. I will be going out as well for some food in a little while, so some food and some beers will be on the cards for myself. Anthony is saying, between Arda Güler, the young Benfica midfielder, or Lavia, who would you want to add to that midfield? That's a brilliant question. I think Arda Güler is going to be fantastic. I think in terms of what we actually need, I think Lavia would be the best option. I think Lavia would be brilliant for Manchester United. I would love to see that player brought in. Big T, looks like Villa are signing Pau Torres. Could have done a job for us. Yes, absolutely he could have. Stephanie is saying as well, there are real gems in South America. Will save us a fortune in the future. Yeah, absolutely. Some really big talented players. Look, the obvious example is we could have had Moses Caicedo for 5 million, but the Glazer family, Woodward, they didn't want to pay his agent a bonus, and I believe the bonus was like £100,000. Now, if we want Caicedo, it's going to cost us 90 million. So Ollie was right on that one. Ollie said he wanted Caicedo. He saw the potential in him, and we didn't act on it. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but what can we do? Michael is saying, who should we keep, Fred or McTominay? That's a brilliant question. I think out of the two, I'm going to take Fred. I think McTominay is a more sellable player at 25, 26. So we can bring in some money and strengthen up that team. And then at the same time, Fred, I feel like he will do a good job as sort of a backup sub, someone to come in if we need to chase a match, or if we need to man mark somebody, someone who's going to come in, work hard for the team, do the running work, do the pressing work, and I think it really can help Manchester United. United side Lavia baller, proper comfortable on the ball. Yep, absolutely he is. Finley is saying as well, do you think we're getting Onana? And if we are, where would we be in the league next year? BTW, you're my new favourite YouTuber. Thank you very much for that lovely comment, man. I do appreciate that. I think what we can do, if we bring in Onana, yes, we will be getting him. That's my thoughts. I think in terms of league finishes, it's difficult. It's hard. You know, I think realistically, look, I did a podcast midweek with some guys I know. I said a good season for United next season is another Champions League finish in the top four, winning a trophy, and being closer to City and whoever is going to win that league title. I think we're probably a season away from really competing for it, but if we can be involved later on in the season, keep on pushing them, I think that could be a good season. We want to see progress. I think overall, I think this would be, in my opinion, a realistically good season. Third place finish, second place finish in the league, win either the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, and then try to get Champions League, get into maybe the quarterfinals. I think that could be a very successful season for Manchester United. And from there, that's a real building point, because if we have another big season next year with new ownership who want to invest a lot of money, we could go from competing to challenging, to being right up there at the top of the league, and I think we can do that. Lots of stuff going in here. Lucky is saying as well, Fred, I wanted to keep it the other way around. Kale is saying, I don't know why we're not going for Sangare. Weren't we in talks with him 2 seasons ago? Yes, we were in talks for Ibrahim Sangare. I think he would be an interesting player, absolutely. Chris is saying, Fred, on the last year of his contract, sell now and get the money, or he will go for nothing next season. And Big T says, James Rodriguez and Isco are currently on the free agent market. Would you give either a shot? I don't think I would give either of those guys a shot. There are some free agents I probably would give a shot to. Here's what I'm going to ask you guys. Free agent signing Adama Traore, yes or no? Because he would bring something so different to Manchester United that he might be worth a punt. He might be worth a go. Obviously not a lot of end product, but could Adama Traore be a free agent signing for United? Let me know if you guys would like that down below. Costa is saying, welcome me boss for first time joining this. Good to see you, man. Thank you very much for joining in with us. There's a lot of new faces in the stream, and I really appreciate all the support. You guys are genuinely incredible, so thank you so much for joining in with us. And yeah, I mean, I might start doing these shows earlier on Saturdays and Sundays. I think I'm really enjoying this. There's a great vibe amongst you guys. Varys is just asking, are you Australian? No, man, I am Irish. It's not a typical Irish accent because I'm like from the north of Ireland, so it's kind of like a mix of like Irish or loads of different stuff in there as well. I have a strange accent. I will tell you guys that much. Hot Fuzz is saying 1.2k subs now. Oh wow, man! I actually didn't even know that. I think I was on like 1180 before the show. So if like 40 people have subbed, that's pretty cool. Big T says, yes, I've wanted him all year. Wanted him for years. Vera is saying no to Adama. I'd rather Ivan Toney in January. I would love him, man. And Stephanie in there, too much baby oil needed for Adama. Yeah, United would go bankrupt trying to buy baby oil for Adama. Honestly, I love the thought of that there. Yeah, I mean, he could be an interesting option. I mean, Adama Traore coming off that bench, I mean, that could be cool. Whether or not we go for it, I don't know. It will be an interesting one to see. B33 says Traore would be scarier on the right wing compared to Sancho and Anthony. He would bring us something really different. Kale is saying, have you ever gotten a super chat? No, I haven't had a super chat. We have one member. He is an absolute legend. It is Big T in the comments. You can see the badge there. Genuine great guy and a massive supporter, but never had a super chat. I mean, I don't really get super chats because I kind of just read the chat anyway, if you know what I mean. So like, it's there if you guys want it, but I mean, it's not like United Stand where Goldbridge has like 50,000 people on where you cannot physically read the chat. But I mean, I can see what you guys are saying. Big T says, I enjoy players who drive with the ball and put fear into defenders. Yes, I do agree with that. I think I like to see Adama. I mean, that's why I love Garnacho. Garnacho just gets the ball and he drives and he runs and he's so exciting to watch. I love watching Garnacho playing. Honestly, man. Stephanie says, channel growing nicely. Yeah, I mean, look, the channel wouldn't grow without you guys. Honestly, look, I've said this many times. Without without you guys, I'm just sitting here talking to a camera. So you guys make this genuinely worthwhile. So thank you so much for all the support. Honestly, means a lot. Terry says, I've got some coconut oil. Yeah, baby oil, coconut oil. We'll have to do something for Adama if that's what we go for. Lucky says, I agree, big players. I love watching players drive with the ball. Yeah, absolutely. And Vera says, great work. Super chats will come soon, and it will be mine first, hopefully. Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, look, I know they're there. It is there if you want it, but I mean, I can't just talk to all you guys as well. Like, I can't just read it. Oh wow, Hot Fuzz has just dropped a super chat. Let's go. No, oh my god, man, thank you so much for that. Honestly, really appreciate all that. They're absolute legends as well. So there we go. The VIP following on the United philosophy has grown. We've got Hot Fuzz there being a legend, and we also have Big T as well as our one and only what you call it, channel member as well. So oh wow, these guys are flying, and you guys are genuine legends. Thank you so much for all those super chats. I actually don't know what to say because, like, what can I even say? Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate all the support. Honestly, you guys are incredible. Let's see. Stephanie saying Andre Kanchelskis, unbelievable piece of power. Yep, absolutely. Anthony says, big up. This was an awesome show. Yep, honestly, man, I do these all the time. Honestly, Hot Fuzz and B33, thank you so much, guys. You're genuinely incredible. Like, love all the support from you guys. Thank you so much for all that as well. Yeah, and we generally have lots of legends on this chat. I mean, and on this channel. I mean, we've got Big T as our channel member. We've got you guys dropping super chats. Like, I actually cannot respond to you guys. There's Big T in there as well. He's got the Anthony emoji up as well. Michael is saying, if you had to buy Paul's gold today, he would be priceless. Thanks for mentioning me. No problem, man. Honestly, I give all you guys shout outs as well because you guys are genuinely incredible. That's a question as well, because Rio Ferdinand did a brilliant interview the other day, and Rio Ferdinand said I would go for over 100 million, and I cannot disagree. I mean, if Maguire is worth 80 million, Van Dijk 75, I'm going to say that we'll be seeing Ferdinand being 150. Easy. Ashida saying you look genuinely gobsmacked. Yeah, man, because honestly, like, I do not expect anything from you guys. I really don't. Oh my god, United Till I Die is dropping super chats as well. Guys, that is genuinely too much, honestly. Yeah, so thank you so much for that there one, guys. Really do appreciate it. Big T's gonna get those membership emojis down there as well. The membership link is the pinned thing in the comments, but you guys, this is genuinely too much. Do not know how to respond to that, so thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate all the support. Mark in Belfast says, just found the channel brilliant. Thank you very much for that one, Mark. I do appreciate it. As a Lurgan guy myself, not too far away from yourself. So honestly, guys, I mean, there's no this is genuine crazy. Like, thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. United till I die. I'm a bit tipsy. Honestly, man, have a good night as well. I'm going to have a couple of beers in just a little while. We'll stay on here for another little bit. What are we on? 45 minutes? Yeah, we'll stay on for another 10. Any more thoughts, guys? Shoot them into the comments down there. Big T's getting the channel emojis on as well. Those are exclusive to members. So Big T is in a club of his own at the moment as just a genuine legend as well. But thank you so much for all the super chats, guys. Thank you for everyone who has joined as members and subscribed. Like, honestly, could not ask for better support, could not ask for a better community. You guys are genuinely incredible. So thank you so much for everything that you guys have been doing. Really appreciate it. And yeah, so I'm gonna try bring you guys a little bit of news just in case anything's up. Doesn't help when the best source of news on Twitter is not working, but it's Elon Musk's, and he likes a little cut to the business. Irfan is saying Atalanta have rejected 35 million, and we got a new comment in there from MK. What is Onana, done deal or not? Not quite a done deal, man, but it is getting closer. We are talking about a bid going in of around about 45 million euros going in, so that is potential. And Stephanie is saying beer o'clock is approaching, and as well as that, just in terms of what we were saying there about who you call him, Onana, he has given the green light to move. This came out from Romano last night. So when Fabrizio Romano is saying it looks like it could happen, expect a bid soon, we're going to expect that bid to go in very soon. That's my thoughts. Let me see as well. Here's another one, another piece of news dropping for you guys, just for anyone still there. Gavin as well, great content, really enjoyed it. Thank you guys. Honestly, support is genuinely incredible. So thank you so much for everything. So United are looking at Feyenoord goalkeeper Justin Bilo and Eintracht Frankfurt Kevin Trapp. FFP restrictions mean they cannot spend 60 million on Onana, but we know this, it wouldn't be 60 million. Those guys are crazy if they think that's what it's going to be. Mullock as well, it's probably not the best source as well. Like, there's a reason why Mullock only writes at the weekends, and it's because the guy is a little bit clueless sometimes. Let me see who's hopping down here. Chris says if Hojlund can be signed for 45 million, get it done. Absolutely, that could be a bargain price for a player of Hojlund's potential and quality as well. And Aleme says, sure guys, I got my beer now. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope everyone has a great Saturday. Glazers out, says Mark in Belfast. Thank you very much for all that. And yeah, guys, I am getting ready myself to go for a quick beer, so I'm looking forward to that one. Gonna shoot the membership link in here as well, just in case anyone wants to hop on that train and join Big T. You do get some exclusive emojis, and once we get some more members in, we can start doing exclusive streams, and as well as that, exclusive content for other members. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Support is incredible on the channel. You guys genuinely mean the world and to me, and it makes all this worth doing. Big T says, let's smash the like button and keep the cheer going. Thank you very much for that. Michael O'Brien says, Ten Hag knows what he wants and he should be backed and not be giving fourth or fifth choices. Absolutely. First choice players, that's what I want to see. I want to see guys who Erik Ten Hag is saying this guy is who we want. Not just a player because he's available. We want to see a player brought in because he's good. Because he is what Erik Ten Hag wants. Apologies, I am actually just having issues here with my laptop being an old, slow device. Let me see if I can do that. Yep, there we go. Got it. We got it. Comments are flying in. Stephanie's saying, get the deals done quickly. We can get them on pre-season. Absolutely. Innocent is saying, I got beers. I don't go for beer. Glazers out. Nah, man, absolutely. Like, it's there for guys who want it. I know everybody has different tastes, but one thing we do all agree on is Glazers out. Absolutely get those guys out. Kale is saying, welcome me. Thank you, guys. Big T says, I'm at the membership door with the beer. Who wants it? Yeah, the membership link's down there as well. And Big T is right. We do have a Discord server. It is link in the bio. It's there for everybody who wants it. So let me know your thoughts on that one. And Stephanie says we've overloaded the comments. The comments are genuinely crazy. I feel like I've got about 1,000 different messages on here already on the stream. So thank you very much for all that one, guys. Kale is saying, have a great day. Go get a pint. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A nice dinner, maybe a nice burger and chips, a pint as well, will go down a treat as well. And the support from you guys gonna make it all the sweeter. So thank you so much for all that. Membership link is in the comments. We also have the Discord as well, as Big T says, it's in the bio. And yeah, check it out. We get transfer stuff in there regularly. We sit and chat. We will, of course, have much more content coming up whenever we on that Discord when we have match days and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Marky Belfast saying, do you have Twitter, mate? I do have Twitter. It's like on my bio on the YouTube page. I don't really tweet too much, but I mean, it's there if anybody wants it. DMs are open as well if anybody has any questions, or if there's anything up at all, or if there's anything I can do for you guys. If you even need someone to talk to, genuinely just give me a message. That's what the community's here. Everyone is incredible. So that is there for anybody who needs it, anybody who wants it. Chats are flying in. Your guys' support is incredible. And I'm going to go and get my dinner. Going to go for a nice pint as well. So thank you so much for everyone who sent super chats, anyone who's joined as a member, who has subbed, who has liked. Support is incredible. Thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate all the support from you guys. Have a great Saturday night, whatever you guys are doing. Enjoy it. Remember, Glazers out, and we will see you guys tomorrow as well. So thank you very much, guys. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one.